It's time for another episode of WWE Encyclopedia. And today we are talking about some of the forgottens in WWE history. The Golden Terror! The Golden Terror. Despite the mystery surrounding the Golden Terror's career, records can accurately prove that he competed during the 1960s. He had a brief WWE stay that saw him fall to WWE Champion Bruno Sammartino on several different occasions. In addition to Sammartino, the Golden Terror's unimpressive win-loss record was also marred by Arnold Scotland, Bobo Brazil, and Chief Wahoo McDaniel, among others. After competing in the WWE, the Golden Terror moved his mysterious mat game to Georgia, where he formed regular tag teams with Butcher Vachon and George Harris. According to record books, the Golden Terror's time in Georgia was equally as unsuccessful as his WWE days. That was the Golden Terror. Next up, we have the Heart Throbs. The Heart Throbs, Antonio and Romeo. These Heartbreakers entered WWE in 2005 and were so sexy they almost didn't know what to do with themselves. Antonio and Romeo wrapped up the attention of the ladies in the audience with their charisma, placing feathered boas around choice females who would dance in the ring with them after victories. The Heart Throbs battled for tag team gold against the likes of William Regal and Tajiri, the Hurricane and Rosie, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, Big Show and Kane, and Snitsky and Tomko. They also teamed with Victoria in an intense mixed tag matches. In February 2006, the two self-proclaimed Don Juans left WWE. That was the Heart Throbs, Antonio and Romeo. And finally, we have a big one here. Jess McMahon. Jess McMahon. Without the imagination, innovation, and raw ambition of Jess McMahon, WWE would not exist today. Roderick James McMahon, better known as Jess, was born in New York in 1882 to two immigrants from Ireland's County Galway. Possessing the type of drive common to new Americans, Jess and his brother Edward were endowed with both business acumen and showman's flair. By 1909, they were promoting boxing in New York's Harlem neighborhood. Although many sports contests were segregated at the time, the McMahons overlooked ethnicity and featured bouts between black and white competitors on a regular basis. In 1911, the McMahon brothers expanded their sports enterprises to include an all-black baseball team, the New York Lincoln Giants. The pair would also field an all-black basketball team at a time when the races rarely mixed. The McMahon siblings' greatest achievement occurred in 1915, when Jack Johnson, the controversial African-American boxing champion, dropped his title to Jess Willard in 45 rounds in Havana, Cuba. The same year, Jess began promoting wrestling in the New York metropolitan area, highlighting performers like Jim Browning and Everett Marshall, both of whom were later recognized as world champions. He eventually became the official wrestling matchmaker at Madison Square Garden. Jess died in 1954, paving the way for his son Vincent J. McMahon, father of current WWE mogul Vincent K. McMahon, to pick up where the originator left off. That was Jess McMahon.